I already spoke about this on my live stream channel because a lot of people are pressuring me in order to explain the controversy to them because apparently this is TLDR, or maybe it's because it's written on the Daily Beast and people are like, ugh, the Daily Beast, I don't want to go there. It's an evil place. So I had to go through the suffering and read this article in order to tell you what it is. Now, if you watch my live stream, you probably already know my thoughts and opinions, so I'm just going to repeat myself. But I'll try to summarize it a little bit for that user that doesn't go on my live stream channel, because I know that's not very popular. So the Daily Beast wrote an article about this interpersonal drama, I would summarize it. People say it's an attack on Tim Pool, and I guess maybe in today's day and age it is, because for some reason you can't listen to a person presenting you the news unless that person is completely pure of character, unless that person has never committed anything wrong or assholish in his entire life. Had a person held a cat hostage, how can he present the news? That is what is being portrayed in today's culture. So I suppose if Tim Pool is the hostage taker, then of course we should unsubscribe from his channel and never mention his name again. But the story itself is not even about that. I mean, it's not that he took a cat hostage. All right, I'll tell you what it is, and then you're going to laugh because it's so ridiculous. And it's also another part of the article that takes a dig at a business scandal, which he is involved in. So, okay, where should I begin? First of all, I want to point out that the article isn't mean-spirited. They actually talk about how they did investigation and they couldn't collaborate what some of the people accused Tim Pool of. And they even say in the title that he claims he is innocent. Alright, so what is the accusation? Well, apparently Tim Pool, along with two other people, a guy and a girl, tried to start news media website called Subverse. And they had a fallout during their partnership. And because of this, apparently one of the guys that Tim Pool worked with knows that he did something bad, but he doesn't say exactly what. And Tim Pool contacted the girl saying, hey, this guy is accusing me of something that I didn't do. You need to come here immediately so we can clear this up. Now, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what exactly he did. Apparently, like, he's trying to lie to people on the internet. That is the accusation. But at no point is there any evidence provided. So it's a he said, she said type of story. And this is like a big chunk of the article. It tries to say that, well, these people are accusing Tim Pool of doing bad things. Now, this is the crazy part, okay? Literally the cat lady story. I mean, it's just... All right, so apparently this girl leaves the cat in charge of another guy living with Tim Pool at his mansion. And yes, I was a little bit shocked, but Tim Pool apparently has $1 million mansion in the middle of the woods. And I'm like, okay, good for him. You know, he's a successful person. Why shouldn't he have a mansion? And at one point, the girl goes to do reporting at the DC protest, which later on became a riot. And when this is happening, Tim Pool calls her back. It's like, we got this business proposition in order to discuss. And she connects this with the fact that Tim Pool didn't want her to be at that event for some reason. Now, they have a falling out, and the woman wants her cat back. And Tim Pool says, it's like, look, if you want the cat back, come to my mansion, and I'll give you the cat. And this is where the crazy happens, because the lady says she doesn't want to go to Tim Pool's house because he's going to take her footage away from her. And I'm not kidding, but Tim Pool has guns. Like, that's actually a thing that she says. It's like he doesn't want to live in the city because he's afraid of Antifa. So he made $1 million mansion and now he's got guns. So she is afraid for her safety to go to his house. Her paranoia is Tim Pool's responsibility, apparently. Now, a lot of city folk do not understand why people have weapons, okay? Especially that live in a rural area or a secluded area, especially when you have something that you want to defend, like, I don't know, say $1 million mansion. I think like that's a lot of investment, and when you have a lot of wealth, there are people who are tempted. But you know what? You don't even need people to be tempted. If you live in a rural area, there are things like bears, wild hogs, wolves. I'll tell you something. You know, a lot of people don't understand just how dangerous wild hogs are. They are nature's fuck you to you. Like they are the walking tanks. Like if you shoot a wild hog with a pistol, a handgun, I'm not kidding. It ricochets off of the thing. The only thing you're doing is you're making it mad, right? So take into account that if you live in the middle of goddamn nowhere, it's not like in the city where you can call the cops and they're at your door in 15 minutes or 30 minutes. At least in my country. I don't know how it's like in America, right? But like in the city, you get the protection of cops. If you're in the middle of nowhere, the cops can arrive anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, if you're lucky. So if you have a wild animal on your property, or, you know, you have a thug, a person that wants to steal stuff from you, what do? Like, of course you're going to have weapons to defend yourself, but like city people don't understand this. They think like everywhere is like in the city, where you can have the privilege of calling the cop on speed dial, right? But I don't even know why I bring this up, because it's a ridiculous conversation. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, just because the guy has a mansion and guns doesn't mean that he's going to shoot you if you visit him. But the lady believes so. And she believes that he's going to take the footage away from her, as if you can't upload the footage to a cloud, as if you can't give the footage to someone else. So she says that she's going to send someone else in her place in order to take the cat from Tim Pool. To which point Tim Pool says, look, you should talk to my lawyer. Now, it seems weird, right? Because let's say you and I are friends. I'm probably the only YouTuber that offered you my friendship. Huh? I'm speaking to you right now. Yes, you well, yeah, you. Let's say we're friends. And you leave my cat in my care. Now, this is usually considered to be a kindness, right? Because having a cat means that I feed it, means that I take care of it, means that I'm treating it nice, right? So I'm doing you a kindness by holding your pet. Usually people charge for this service. Like if you want to leave your cat to a cat hotel or something, they get charged. But if you want your cat back, isn't it your duty to come to my place? Like, we're not talking about you living next door. Like in this situation, the woman is in DC, he's in another place. Obviously, it's the woman's duty to go to the guy's place. Now, let's say you can't come, right? Now, if we're friends and you say, hey, I'm going to send someone to pick up the cat. Oh, yeah, sure. But if we're now doing interpersonal drama and lawsuits are starting to fly and we're in a business disagreement and, you know, people are saying that they're going to say nasty things to ruin your reputation and whatnot, I mean, that's a different interhuman personal relationship at that point. It's completely different. It's like, yeah, talk to the lawyer. Why? I mean, right, if we're going to have like this disagreement and whatnot, then yeah, I mean, it's a different relationship. So I don't think that it's really that unusual what happened here, because the woman could have said, okay, I'm going to send someone else. Someone else comes, takes the cat, and then she says, where's the cat? I didn't send that guy. Or she can just make the claim, right? So whatever. And at the worst, you can say, okay, Tim Pool is an asshole by telling her to talk to the lawyer. But I don't see this like as animal abuse, as the thumbnail here is presenting. It's like the hand of evil Tim Pool wearing the color red with an alarm, and he's holding the cat hostage against the wall, with the cat having an innocent face and looking in despair as it's being kept away from mommy in $1 million mansion, probably getting the best cat food available. Right. So what happens? Well, apparently she talks to the police, and the police can't really do anything because you have to prove that it's your cat, and you have to go through paperwork, and, you know, they need to get a warrant to go into the guy's house. But, you know, the sheriff calls Tim Pool and apparently gets him to agree to leave the cat to a shelter, and the woman goes to the shelter and picks up the cat. And this is a big drama. Like, this is a controversy. This is like, oh, Tim Pool, the evil man, meanie beanie. And by the way, when I say meanie, I don't mean small, okay? I mean like mean. Mean bean. He's the meanie beanie. Meanie bean. Apparently, like, he's got a skateboard park in his $1 million mansion. When does he have time to use it? Like, he's always making videos. Like, why doesn't he film himself? You know, he's got talent. Like, he actually sings and stuff. Like, when does he have the time for that nonsense? I apply, like, upload 2 videos a day. Main channel, entertainment channel, and the like. 3, and I barely have time to see my fiance. But apparently, I know he's got like a skateboard park. He's a millionaire. Yeah. I declare that Tim Pool in the court of public opinion is not guilty. Am I that? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Is it like that's what journalists do, right? Like they judge. They're like the inquisitors. They look at the purity of the Tim Pool is pure. I have declared this so with the information provided to me at this moment. If more information is going to pop up, maybe we're going to change the verdict, right? Because in the court of public opinion, you can be tried twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times for the same thing. Doesn't matter. I need to also look at what the public thinks. Like if the public turns on Tim Pool, I should turn against him as well. Isn't that what journalists do? Huh? Oh my God, I'm going to journalism everywhere. Do I need to get a degree to become a journalist? Like, what is it like just telling people the news, or do you need to go to a university and then you become a proper journal, with a certification? Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out with the channel. If you really want to help out, which you don't, let's be honest. But if you do, you can donate to my Subscribe Star, and I will give you buyer's remorse in return.